Hello and welcome to Macro Decode. Employees in the power sector have been protesting the Electricity Amendment Bill 2025 for quite some time. They say that the bill seeks to weaken the state run power distribution companies for the sake of the private sector. This will lead to privatization of the energy sector and will make power costlier for household consumers and farmers. To talk about the issues in the power sector, we have with us Shailendra Dubey, Chairman, All India Power Engineers Federation. Welcome, sir. Why do you think that the Electricity Amendment Bill 2025 is in favor of the private sector and will weaken the public sector discount?
There are many amendments in the bill. Clause
Okay.
14 enables the private companies to use the network of the government discom. Today, multiple distribution licenses should have their own network. Now there is a change. This multiple distribution licenses are mainly private companies. They will be allowed to use the network of the government company. That is the most objectionable part. Rather,
Right.
I would say this fundamentally alters the distribution landscape by enabling private companies to use the public infrastructure without development cost of the infrastructure. That is objection. That is our main objection. With the increase of the load and with the increase of the number of consumers, we have to upgrade and strengthen the network, and that responsibility lies with the government discom. The private company, say, I may mention the names also, this is Torrent, this is Adani, this is Tata, this is Goenka. They are not investing a single penny in the infra, and they will be allowed to take the infra. This provision enables the private companies to cherry pick the high-paying industrial and commercial consumer, while public discounts serve low revenue, rural and domestic consumer. So, by cherry picking, they snatch away industrial and commercial consumers from us. The government will say that now these discounts have become bankrupt. So, their infra also to be transferred to the private company.
Will the private companies that share the distribution network of state-owned discoms also will share the obligation of universal power supply? Is there anything that the bill says about this?
No. They actually the bill says that the universal power supply obligation will not be shared. That will lie with the government company.
So what you come to say is like once this bill comes in, the private sector will share the infrastructure, but it will not share the universal supply, whatever norms are there. They will not share that.
They will not share the universal supply obligation, and they will not share the cost also of the infra.
Right. Sir. How will the power tariffs of household consumers and farmers go up once the bill comes into force?
25% tariff increase is expected. Domestic and agricultural tariff could rise by 25% or more without cross-subsidy protection, because the amendment bill says that subsidy and cross-subsidy will be eliminated gradually within 5 years. If cross-subsidy is eliminated, then these consumers are going to be most domestic consumers and farmers. So free electricity is a tool for the politics.
Right.
And the same politicians are they are proposing this amendment bill, which is going to hurt most domestic and rural consumers.
Okay. So you said the power tariffs would be going up. Can you also point at some of the instances where we have seen that the power tariffs have gone up after the discoms were privatized?
Chandigarh was privatized 1 year back on February 1, 2025. Chandigarh government power department was in profit, and the profit was about 174 crores in annual. But it was sold at 761 crores to Goenka company. The whole of the northern region, the lowest tariff was in Chandigarh. And in the government department in Chandigarh, for the last 6 years, there was no tariff hike. But as soon as Goenka company took over last year on February 1, within 6 months, they said that with this tariff we cannot work. And they have submitted a tariff hike to the regulatory commission there. Regulatory commission started deciding. But that tariff is likely to go up. The private companies are basically working in the cities, the domestic tariff of Mumbai. 500 units and above. The domestic tariff is rupees 17.61 per unit. It's nowhere else in the country. That is in Mumbai. Both the private companies, Adani Power and Tata Power. And the Odisha story, I will take only 1 minute to narrate you. In 1998, all the four discoms of the Odisha were parental. The central discom, CESCO, that was given to AES company of USA. AES company is the biggest private sector company in the world. And AES company took over, and after 6 months, there was a cyclone in Odisha. In that cyclone, all the infra was damaged. Then AES company said that we are not here to rebuild the infra, and they fled. After that, a regulatory commission took over that system, and rest of the three companies were with the Reliance Power Company. Odisha Regulatory Commission cancelled all the private licenses of the Reliance Company, and the charge was that rampant slow, rampant corruption, and inefficiency. That is the story of Odisha. Then in 2020, in the COVID, government gave all the four discoms to Tata Power. And recently in July 2025, Odisha Regulatory Commission who has can do this to all the four discoms of the Tata Power that serving the low-paid consumer, you are not serving the rural areas, you are interested to serve only industrial and commercial. In profit earning areas only. The hearing is going. And I'm sure that licensing of the Tata Power will also be considered.
So now, when we come to state-owned discoms, they have high levels of debt and they operate with heavy losses. How did the discoms end up with such losses? How did the losses increase even after the implementation of the Uday scheme and during the pandemic?
Actually, that is because of the low tariffs. I would say very clearly that in every state, the cost of supply is more, and the tariff decided by the regulatory commission this is good. So the equation is last. Another reason, as I told you, that free electricity, subsidized electricity, and what Electricity Act 2003 says. The Act says that subsidies should be paid in advance. Suppose in Uttar Pradesh, free electricity is being given to the farmer, and subsidies of 25, 26, I'm sorry, 26, 27 should be paid on 1st April 2026. But it's not going on. Not in any state. And the second part is that is also very alarming. That government departments are not paying the bills. And I have thrown more than 1 lakh into the government department, which they have to pay.
So how can discoms bring down their losses and reduce their debt? Do you have suggestions to make discoms healthy without making power costlier?
Yes. Definitely. We have suggestions, and we have given the suggestions. In Punjab, there is one Patiala model. Now, Regulatory Commission has also said that the meters should be installed outside the premises. So that theft can be checked. Besides this, the money which is coming under RDSS scheme, previously in the Uday scheme, that has also resulted in reduction of the AT&C losses.
So I hear that the center is planning a bailout package for the discoms. What are the issues with this bailout package, which is being reported in the media? Actually,
this is not bailout package. This is a blackmail package. On October 10, 2025, there was a meeting of the group of ministers. They have laid down 3 conditions. Number 1 is that you sell 51% equity of the discount. EPP model. Second alternative is you sell 26% equity, and the management will be the private company. So it's also privatization. So this is not a package. This is a clear-cut gesture that government is built upon to privatize. And same thing on 20th of January 2026, the Minister of Power has calculated National Electricity Policy. Same things are written in that policy document. So central government by hook or crook, they want to privatize this power distribution.
So now, we are very heavily dependent on coal for our energy needs. Most of the countries are going towards renewable energy. How can renewable energy address the power demands of a growing economy like ours and also keep the power cost lower?
Your question is very good. But in this bill, Electricity Amendment Bill 2025,
Right.
they have imposed the penalty. They say that certain percentage of renewable power should be used by all the discom. And if they fail to do this, then they have imposed the penalty, and penalty becomes price civil. I will explain. If paying 25 to 45 paise per kilowatt hour penalty legally fulfills RQ obligation, no discom will buy REC above that price. REC market collapses, REC prices will collapse to a 40 paisa per kilowatt hour, eliminating incentive for over compliance by RE-rich states. RPO penalty becomes benchmark for carbon cost across sectors, flattening carbon market price elasticity. Low carbon price destroy long-term price visibility, moving capital to more flexible international markets.
You have been fighting against this. And has there been anything that the government has said till now, like on the bill, like, what kind of changes they are going to make in the proposed bill?
Actually, the bill, but there is a question of the federal overreach also. You see, electricity is on the concurrent list of the Constitution. When I say it is on the concurrent list, that means states and central government, they have got the equal power.
Right.
They have suggested in section 166 1A that there will be one electricity council, and electricity council will be headed by the union power minister. And all the ministers of the state governments will be in that council. This electricity council will frame the policy matter and will frame the rules also. So once electricity today, distribution of electricity is fully in the hands of the state government. So they are intervening in the uh, state government. So that is very, very dangerous. It centralizes control over the state electricity policy, ending constitutional federalism.
Right. Yeah. That was Mr. Shailendra Dubey talking about the power sector and the issues regarding the amendment. Thank you for joining us on the show, sir.
And thank you for the